Hello and welcome to the Free Spirit Poncho Crochet Along. So this week it's part 1, and to start we are going to need our contrasting color 1 and our hook. So your hook should be the one that gave you the correct gauge last week. Okay, we are going to start with a magic ring. So to do a magic ring, you just grab your yarn, so give it a little length here, and you're just going to wrap it around your index finger and your thumb. So go over, then under, and when you go over again, make it cross, just like that. Now what you need to do is insert your hook right here under this first thread, grab a loop there, and chain 1 just to get you to secure your magic ring. And there you go. Now for round 1, we are going to chain 1 once again. So this is not a stitch, that's just to get us to the correct height. And then we will work 8 half doubles in our magic ring. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Okay, so it should look like this. You have 8 half doubles in your magic ring. So now grab your tail coming out from the ring and just pull it tight, so your magic ring is closed. And now what we need to do is to close in the first half double crochet of the round. So be careful, because this here is our chain 1. So we don't want to go in there, but really grab the first half double and close with a slip stitch, just like so. And there you go. That's round 1. Okay, and now what you need to do is fasten off contrasting color 1, and just chain 1 and pull your tail through the chain. And so now your join is secure. For round 2, we are going to need our main color, and we are going to join it with a standing treble cluster. So first you need to make a slip knot on your hook, so that's how I do my slip knots, and then just insert my hook through here. So I have a slip knot on my hook, and now I'm going to yarn over twice and just hold all of my loops that are on my hook with my index finger so they don't go anywhere, okay? And now just take your little ring here and you can join to any stitch of the previous round. What I like to do is to go in the first one, but that's just a habit that I have. And so insert your hook in the stitch, grab your yarn, and now you'll need to yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, and you're going to have 2 loops on your hook. Now we're not going to close this stitch, not right away. Instead we're going to yarn over twice, go in the same stitch, grab your yarn, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, and one more time, yarn over twice, go in the same stitch, and now yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, and so now you have 4 loops on your hook. Yarn over, pull through all those loops, and that's your first treble cluster. Now we are going to chain 3, 1, 2, 3, and we are going to make another treble cluster in the next stitch. So yarn over twice, go in the next stitch, and you'll notice that I grab my yarn tail from the previous round and I'm just crocheting over this. So this way I don't have to work it away after I'm finished. And so go through your stitch, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. We need to do this 2 more times. So again, through 2 and through 2. Final time, all in the same stitch, through 2, through 2, and now I again have 4 loops on my hook. So yarn over, pull through everything here, and chain 3. So 1, 2, 3. Okay, so this is our repeat. So you will need to work 1 treble cluster in every stitch of previous round, and all the clusters are going to be separated by a chain 3 space. So I'm going to let you do this, and I'll catch up with you when it's time to join. Okay, so now I am near the end of the second round, and I just wanted to show you something, because I have already worked 7 clusters, so first, second, third, fourth, fifth, 6th and 7th. So now I'm on my last cluster, but right here it looks like we still have another stitch to work into. Actually, this is the slip stitch from our previous round, so it doesn't count as a stitch. But just to prevent, having a hole here that's really visible, what I'm going to do is I've already made my first 2 legs of my last cluster, and so now what I'm going to do is yarn over twice, and instead going to my same stitch right here, I'm just gonna go through the slip stitch and complete my cluster. Okay, and so now all I have to do is chain 3, 1, 2 and 3, and close with a slip stitch in this first stitch here, just like that. Okay, so there you go. That's round 2 complete. Round 3, we will continue working with our main color. And we will start with a slip stitch in this first chain 3 space, because we will only be working into the chain spaces, so not the actual chains, not the stitches, but just the spaces here. We are gonna chain 1. So again, this is not a stitch, it's just for getting the correct height. And now we will make 5 single crochet in this first chain space. So 2, 3, 4, and 5. And this is exactly what we are going to do in all the chain spaces. So don't go into this stitch, directly to next chain space and 5 single crochet here. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And just do the same thing in every chain 3 space. Okay, so I've made my last 5 single crochet, and now it's time to join. So again, be careful. This little loops, set of loops here, that's our chain 1 from the beginning. So we want to go to the first single crochet of our round and close with a slip stitch. Okay, now we are going to fasten off again our main color and pull through to secure. And this here is round 3. So don't worry if it doesn't lay completely flat. That's going to be corrected with the next few rounds. Round 4, we are going to be working again with our contrasting color 1, so the same one as the center here. And we are going to join with a standing half double crochet. So first we need a slip knot on our hook, just so. Then for the standing half double crochet, what you need to do is yarn over and now hold this loop on your hook with your finger and just go to any stitch that you want. I just like to go to the first stitch, as I said, so that's what I'm gonna do. Still holding my loops with my finger here, I'm just pulling up my yarn, and then all I need to do is complete my half double crochet. So here I have a standing half double crochet. Now what I need to do is half double in next 3 stitches. So 1, 2, and 3. So with my standing half double, I now have 4 half double crochets. Now in the next stitch I am going to work 2 half doubles. So 1 and 2. And this is going to be our repeat. So we will need half double crochet in next 4 stitches. So here, 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 and here, and 2 half double crochets in this 5th stitch here. And that's what we are going to do all the way around. So I will meet you when it's time to join here. Okay, so I'm here at the end of round 1, 2, 3, 4, and we are just going to close our round by working a slip stitch in this first standing half double here. Okay, and fasten off. So again, I do have big scissors, I just like those. Yeah, and then okay, so here is round 4. Now for round 5 we are going to need our contrasting color too, and we are going to join it with a standing puff stitch. So just like always, a slip knot on our hook right here, yarn over, hold the loops, and again here you can go in any stitch of the previous round, doesn't matter. And just like always, I'm going to the first stitch of my previous round. 1, yarn over, go in the same stitch again, 2, still holding my loops, yarn over to the same stitch again, 3. Now you'll notice I've pulled my loops quite high. Actually what I want is about the height of a double crochet for my puff stitches. So yarn over and once more. So now I have 9 loops on my hook. Just count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. And so yarn over, go through everything here. And now chain 1 to secure your puff stitch. So this chain 1 is part of the puff stitch, so it's not an additional chain 1. It doesn't count as a chain 1. And now we need to chain 2, and we are going to skip this next stitch and work a puff stitch in this stitch here. So yarn over, go to the stitch, grab your yarn, pull up your loop. So that's how I'm pulling it. Again, same thing. And actually what you want to do is to have all your loops have about the same height. So 3 and 4. So now you should have 9 loops on your hook, and just yarn over and go through every loop and chain 1 to secure. Now chain 2, and this is going to be a repeat. So we're going to skip the next stitch, puff in the next one, you're going to chain 2, skip the next stitch, puff in the next one, and you're going to do that all around. And so I'll meet you there. Okay, so I'm here at the end of round 5. So I've completed my last puff stitch and I've chained 2. Now what I need to do is to slip stitch in this first puff, standing puff here. Just like that. And again, fasten off and chain 1, pull through and secure. Okay, so this is round 5. Okay, round 6. We are going to need our contrasting color 1 again. And we are going to join with a standing half double crochet. So slip knot on your hook, yarn over, and just go to any chain 2 space. Grab your yarn and complete your half double. So right now you have 1 half double crochet in a chain 2 space. What you want to do is work another 1 half double, so we have 2, and now we are going to work a treble in this skipped stitch here. So in the skipped stitch in round 4, this one here. So yarn over twice, go in the skipped stitch, so you can either go from front to back, not going over your chain space, but just like so, and complete your treble. Or what you can do, and what actually I find more like easier to do, is just go from back to front, just like that, and complete your treble. So either way, 2 half doubles and 1 treble in the skipped stitch in round 4. And finally 1 more half double crochet in the same chain space. And that's going to be a repeat. So again, we're not going to work in the puff stitches themselves, just the chain spaces. So 2 half double crochet in the next space, and a treble in the skipped stitch in round 4. Complete the treble and another half double in the same space. And that's what you're going to do all around. And I'll meet you at the end of this round. So I'm here at the end of my round, and so I've made my last half double here, and now we need to join to the standing half double. So just a slip stitch right here, and that's round 6. Okay, for round 7 we are going to be working with the same color, so the contrasting color 1, and we are going to chain 4, 1, 2, 3 and 4. So this first chain 4 counts as our first treble. Now for the repeat, we are going to work 3 trebles in the next stitch here. So 1, 2, and 3. So a group of 3 trebles all in the same stitch. Now we need to make a picot. So to make a picot, we chain 3, 1, 2 and 3, and we go back to the last stitch that we worked. So it's this treble here. Go in the stitch and make a slip stitch. So this is our picot. So now we will work 3 trebles in the next stitch here. One, 2, and 3. Then treble in next stitch, double crochet in next stitch, half double in next stitch, and now we need to make an invisible decrease over next 2 stitches. So to do this, what we need to do is just go through the front loop only of the next stitch here. Hold it with your finger, go through the front loop only of the next stitch. Now you just pull your yarn just like so, yarn over and pull through both loops. So you've basically just completed a single crochet. So that's our first invisible decrease. We need to make another one over next 2 stitches. So front loop, pull through both front loops, yarn over, pull through 2. So we have made 2 invisible decreases. Now in next stitch we need to work a half double crochet and a double crochet in the next one. And finally treble in the next stitch. So this treble is just the same as this chain 4 here. So here's our repeat. So in the next stitch you will work your group of 3 trebles, a picot, 3 trebles in the next stitch, and so on. And so you'll end up with 8 little petals here. And I'm going to meet you at the end of this round. Okay, so here I am at the end of round 7. So I've worked my last stitch, which is a double crochet, and now I just need to join to my 4th chain that I made at the beginning of this round, which stands for my first treble. Just need to work a slip stitch right here. Fast enough. Pull through to secure, and there you go. So this is round 7. So you'll notice that at this point this flower doesn't really lay flat on the table. So don't worry about this, that's gonna be fixed with round 9. Okay, round 8. For round 8 we are going to need our main color again. And we are going to join with a standing front post single crochet. So just like always, slip knot on our hook, and there we go. So for this round we are just going to be making a little edging here, little frame around the center of our flower. So we are going to join in any treble that we worked in round 6. So you remember we had half doubles, then treble that one between the puffs, and half double again. So we need to join our yarn in any of these trebles. And so we are going to work a front post single crochet. So I have a slip knot on my hook. Now all I need to do is go under the post of this stitch here, grab my yarn and complete my single crochet. Now I am gonna chain 2, 1, 2, and I'm going to work a front post single crochet around the post of the puff stitch here. So what I want to do is go really at the top of the puff. We go under the puff just like that. We pull our yarn and complete the single. Then again chain 2, and again I'm going to work a front post single crochet in the next treble. So here, chain 2, and again front post treble in the puff stitch. Okay, so you'll see how this just makes the puff stitches really pop to the front. So again, chain 2, front post single in the next treble, chain 2, front post single in next puff. And that's what you're going to do all the way around here. And I'll meet you to join. Okay, so I'm at the end of my round 8. I've chained 2 after my last puff, and now I just need to close with a slip stitch in this first standing single crochet here, and fast enough. And secure. And so now you have 2 yarn tails here, so you just want to pull those to the back of your work. So let me just insert my hook through here, grab those 2 and pull them to the back. And so this is round 8. Okay, so for round 9 we are gonna keep working with our main color, so this one, and I already have a slip knot on my hook. So we are going to start with a standing back post single crochet in first half double of any petal. So it's this stitch here, right after the 2 invisible decreases. So this one here. We just go around the post, so remember it's back post, and complete our single. And now we are gonna work a back post single crochet in next 11 stitches. So 1, let me just pull this tail out of my way, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11. So actually with the first standing back post single crochet we have 12 back post single crochets here, and we are ending on the half double crochet before the invisible decreases, and that's going to be a repeat. We are going to skip those 2 invisible decreases and go right to the next half double right here and work a back post single crochet and then back post single crochet in next 11 stitches, and that's what you're gonna do all around. Okay, so my round 9 is complete, and I just need to join with a slip stitch in this first standing single crochet here, there. And so as you can see, after this round everything is lying nice and flat. And so that's it for part 1. Just on a side note, you don't want to fasten off your main color. We're gonna keep working with this one after in part 2. So just leave it attached, and you will need to make 4 of these little flowers. And just a reminder, so make 2 exactly the same with the same color scheme, and for the other 2 just reverse your contrasting colors. So leave the main color just where it is and reverse those 2. So let me show you. I actually cheated a little. I already have a complete square, but just so you can see the order of the colors, it's just the complete opposite. So I'll have 2 of both. Okay, so happy stitching, and I'll meet you next week.